Hey y'all, well I'm back with another typewriter episode, and on this one I'm just going to kind of tell a little story of a little journey I went on and somebody else that I have no idea who they are, but this is about this little guy right here. Now you'd think that a typewriter being in a case, it would be all clean and nice and still in great shape. But that's not the case with this case and typewriter. Apparently whoever had this before 50 years ago must have left it out of its case on a shelf, and it got all gunked up full of lint, dust, and all kinds of other stuff. And I don't see how it could have got that full of stuff unless they had this out without its cover on. And that was totally bizarre to me, because even if it was sitting in an attic with this case on it, I don't see how it could have had so much stuff. But, and I don't even know if it's a 1 owner, 10 owners, 20 owners, or what. But the case, the lid comes off like so. And what we have inside is a little Hermes rocket from the late 1950s. And like I said, when I got this, it was all gunked up with all kinds of crap inside of it. The keys were stuck. They didn't work. And you're probably thinking, well, why did you buy that? If it was all messed up. And I thought about it before I bought it, and I was like, well, it's small. I'm looking for a project to do for a few days, and I've been watching these YouTube videos and looking at other websites on how to clean. What's the best way to clean your typewriter? So I was like, well, I'm going to buy that and see if I can clean it, see if I can get it to work again. Just on my own. I don't feel like sending it off to a typewriter repairman. Because I did discover they do still have a typewriter repair shop in Kansas City, which is quite surprising. But they mostly fix office equipment. But it does say they have I've seen a commercial on YouTube of them on a news channel or something, and they do still fix vintage typewriters. So if I ever have something major I need fixed, I know where to take it, which is about an hour from here, which ain't too far. But anyway, back to this guy. He was all full of gunk, lint, other debris, just like most of us are. We're all full of stuff, you know. Anyway, the keys were stuck, so what I did, I took the casing off, and inside I just had the skeleton. On this one it was really easy to get the casing off because there's only 4, 6, 8 screws holding the shell on this. And I took it out and I got some mineral spirits, which I seen was one of the best things to use to ungunk your keys, and little cotton swabs on other areas. I must have went through a mountain of cotton swabs. But first I went outside and blew the thing out with some compressed air, which got about, I would say, 85 to 90% of the lint and things, mostly the lint and dust, out up from the inside of this. And then inside I came and cleaned it out with a bunch of cotton swabs and some toothbrushes and some other little brushes, and cleaned out the insides of this key area that's right here. That's where it usually gets stuck, where your keys always get stuck in an upright way like that. They'll be stuck right there and it won't go back down. Well, I cleaned all in there with the toothbrush and another long bristly like brush, and I went to the back And I scrubbed that out too, not too hard, because you don't want to bend your slug heads. Or jug heads. Maybe I should call them jug heads. That sounds better, doesn't it? Instead of slugs. But anyway. And the platen on this one is hard. So you'll have to use like 2 or 3 sheets of paper. Or send this off to the typewriter repairman to replace the rubber on your platen, which is the roller thingy. But now, after I did all that, oh, no piece of paper in there, all the keys, they all work now. I won't go through each one. You just kind of see there. It makes that sound. And I shouldn't be doing this without any paper in there, but the platen's already messed up anyway. And ding, you get that little ding. You all remember that? And that's that. The Hermes rocket. Oh, it does have a floppy ear on this side where the tape compartment's at, because one of the there's a little piece of metal here that's broken off. So what I'm going to do is get a little tiny piece of Velcro, and then that will stay down with a little tiny piece of Velcro. But that's not the entire story. Once I got it home and looked in here, look, there's some paper in there. I noticed there's some paper inside, and I took it out. And one thing, it still has the Hermes rocket instruction manual inside, operating and maintaining your Hermes rocket. You can find a lot of this type of stuff on the internet. People like to have these instruction manuals, and you can go to the certain website and look up the instruction manual for whatever typewriter you might have and get the ebook for it, which I should have looked up and told you guys the website. But maybe I'll do that before I upload this video, or yeah, before I upload this video, I'll try to find a website that has these manuals in it. But what I was really surprised to find was somebody's typed letters, and I'm hoping they're letters anyway. And apparently this person moved from Florida, not from Florida, from New York to Florida, and they moved in a new apartment. And this is the stuff the landlord must have given the person as to what they're supposed to do in their new room, or it might have even been a dorm room, I'm not sure. Bathroom. Please keep tub clean. Supply own soap and towels. Do not fill tub over drain. Privileges. Have bedding ready each week on, doesn't have a date. Do not use over 60-watt light bulbs. Also no extension cords in case of fire. Please keep radios low. Please give me 1 month's notice if intending to move. Supply own soap, towels, and I'm assuming it says paper. I'm assuming toilet paper. Where did I put this at? Oh, right here. Let's see what else. And the reason I'm thinking it's a student from New York. I don't know if I want to put their name and everything. It's from my Mr. Richard, somebody else say, but they're from Lockport, New York. And I don't know if it's this person or maybe they were sending a letter to them. But to me this sounded more like a female. This may have been a female typewriter, unless this is more than one person's writings. And I was a little worried because, oh wait, here's some more regulations and privileges. Please have sheets and pillowcases ready for clean change Thursday night. Keep your own room clean. If you have a hi-fi record player or TV, there will be a 50 cents charge a week. Keep TV or radios low. Be considerate of others. If problems arise, please let me know. Be sure to give 1 month's notice before leaving. Do not use over 60-watt bulbs and no extension cords in case of fire. And yet another list. But it's a little bit different because it says, if you have a hi-fi record player. Now, who says that anymore? I have a hi-fi at home. I have a hi-fi record player. And my typewriter. But there were some letters in here and things. It had me a little worried because they almost looked like suicide notes. I'm hoping that's not what it was, but it looks like maybe somebody, a student perhaps, was writing a book or an assignment for class. And this is something here. My name is Diane Calath. I live at blah 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 Avenue, Ocala, Florida. It has their phone number, age 28, 5'6", 115 pounds, light brown hair, hazel eyes, born Buffalo, New York, November 8th, 1946 at 6 a.m. This would make this person about 70 years old now if they're still alive. They were born at Millard Fillmore Hospital in Buffalo. It has their mom and dad's name. Trixie, brown, blonde, white collie, age 10 years old, smart, listens, talks with her eyes. Brown has a Vinley dog, which is her baby. She carries everywhere with her. Hates a bath, hates water, really good dog, loves her cookies. She loves getting after going out. Trixie also can spelling of out. According to vets, it is 7 years to 1 year to a dog, so that would make Trixie's age at, it doesn't say, it's on some really yellowed paper, so 1940. So I'm assuming this is probably somewhere in the 60s, because this person was born in 1946, and I'm thinking they might have been about 20 if they were a college student. I'm not sure, just a wild guess. And the reason I thought this was a suicide notice or a really sad story, it says, did I, why is it that my life should be this way? I wonder to myself what this so-called people think that they are trying to do to me. First, Steve is my father, and then he's not. Then no one's ever heard of me, and there is no Diane Calath. Then I find myself baffled and wondering just who I am. Is my name Diane Calath, or who is she? At times I ask myself if I am really alive, really human. It's just what is happening to me, and why it's strange, because all my life I've looked for somewhere to belong, and I belong nowhere. I feel like the odd piece of a puzzle. I don't fit anywhere. The good people are too good. The bad people are not bad enough. I don't fit any place. I am mixed up at times. Am I alive? I feel as though I'm dead. I see the world, but they don't see me. I feel as if I'm screaming for someone to listen and help me, but no one hears or sees me, and there are times it scares me. I've tried to kill myself with sleeping pills 3 times, and I can't even die. Why haven't find out I am inhuman, that I can't die? See, that's a really is it a story? I'm hoping it was a story and that this person wasn't suicidal. And I'm thinking it's a story, hopefully, because it's recopied right there. And hopefully they weren't just trying to make a better note to somebody. And that's on the back of the no hi-fi allowed. There's one paper in here, the world of so-called freedoms and I'm thinking it's going to spell justice. And the world of which bigots rule freedom and justice. The bigots tell us F. And a bunch of... But I thought that was a really interesting little packet of papers that was inside the Hermes right here. Sometimes you find stuff like that in old things that you pick up, and it makes you wonder what happened to that person or what they were doing at that time 50 years ago or whenever it was. And this is a 16-minute video, and I'm going to sign out, and I'll leave some photos up here of my little cleaning ordeal. And thanks a lot. Calling over and out, and Weirdos Unite.